Hey there everybody, Eric from Outer Limitless coming at you today with another video. Now in today's video we're going to look at the EDC27 EDC flashlight from the company Nitecore. Now wait a minute, I swear I've already covered this on my channel. Well, yes, in fact I have. With this particular EDC27. Now, if you go back to my prior video, you'll see I had some pretty significant malfunctions. Unfortunately, this just would not stay off in my pocket, melted my pockets, melted the flashlight, and as a result of that video, as well as other reviewers who have identified issues with the original EDC27, Nitecore went back, made some revisions, and well, that's exactly what we have here in my hands today. So what we're going to do, we're going to go through this in detail. Going to talk to you a little bit about some of the updates that were made to the newer version of the EDC27, as well as what I think now that I've actually used this at length and, well, not completely melted my pockets. But with that said, I have a whole bunch to do and a whole bunch to share with you. And if you're interested in seeing a little bit more about what I'm about to get into, do me a favor, stay tuned. Now, before we get too far, I would like to say thank you very much to the people at Nitecore who did provide this for review. And so, yes, the EDC27. Now, there are a few things that I want to say right off the bat. I am absolutely thrilled to hear and see that Nitecore has literally put their money where their mouth is. They said in email correspondence to me that they would make the adaptation, they would make the adjustments, they would make the modifications to the original EDC27 to make it more suitable. Now, do I think they completely executed that flawlessly? No, in my opinion. They're close, they're better, it's safer. I don't think I'm going to melt my pockets anymore, but I think they should have gone in a different direction, but that's just my personal opinion. And so let's go back to the original EDC27, the problems that we had, and that's going to help discuss why the newer version, in my opinion, still could use a modification. Now, the fact of the matter is this button here, the actual mode switch, regardless of the fact if the light is locked out. Now, keep in mind the fact that this is an electronic lockout. That's the first issue I have. I think a mechanical lockout on this would be a better suitable option, but the electronic lockout requires you to double press. So here you can see single, double, hold it down. At this point, it's turning on. No matter what I did, no matter whether I had it in the half locked out 1 mode or fully locked out number 2, this light would constantly be on in my pocket, which leads me to my first discussion point on the newer version, which is this still acts the exact same way. So at this point, you can see the light is locked out in lockout mode number 2, a little half press and then a full press here, and the light now comes on. This light, the new version, I have been carrying now for a couple of weeks. This light, the new version, is always on in my pocket. It's still always on in my pocket. Now, is it quite as detrimental as the original version? The original version, when you half press, well, that's turbo, and when you fully press, that is strobe, when you use that mode button on the side. Same thing with the newer version. So again, half press turbo, long press, that is going to be that strobe. Now, when it's in the half locked out mode, you still have this potential issue. So again, I'm going to lock this light out. So when you turn it on and then fully depress here, holding it down, lockout mode 1, lockout mode 2, we're going to basically at this point, I want to get it back into lockout mode 1. But for the demonstration, lockout mode 2 fully locks this out. And the reason why I'm still having problems is this button can easily get pressed. It's a little half press that starts to unlock it. So a little half press followed by a full press, well, this automatically comes on and it stays on. Same with the newer version. So again, if I'm going to fully lock this out, you can see now with the light on, fully pressing, I'm going to lock this out, lockout mode 1, lockout mode 2. To get it unlocked again, same thing. No changes over the original flashlight. This one here is the newer version. Half press, long press, boom, the light is on. For some reason, because of the way this button is and how far it protrudes, I still have this constantly turning on in my pocket. It's still a problem. So for me, I would like to see a mechanical lockout, not an electronic. If they want to keep this button, which I do kind of like, they need a literal, somewhere in here, somewhere on the sides, a mechanical lockout. That would be awesome. And it's faster. If you just had to flip a switch on and off, that's fast. This is slow. I'm like, oh, I want to turn the light off. Now I need to turn the light on. Now I need to press it all the way down to lock it out. It becomes cumbersome when you want to use this for work. I've used this really for, I would say, and I'm not going to say construction purposes, but on projects and tasks. I was cleaning out my attic. I was doing a huge amount of up and down, in and out of the attic. This was my light. And I couldn't trust it. I had to constantly worry about it being on in my pocket. So let's just say I'm going up to the attic. Well, now I need to half press, unlock the light before I can go upstairs. Oh, it didn't turn on. Hold on. Half press, hold it down. It's unlocking. Oh, okay, now I can go upstairs. Now I get upstairs, I beam around. I was grabbing bins. Bins, as you carry them, have the ability, as you're wrestling them around and going down the stairs, literally can press the button. So if I just put this in my pocket without locking it out, boom, on in my pocket every time. So then I'd be getting my bin, getting ready to go downstairs. I'd go, oh, I need to lock the light out. Well, guess what? If I turn the light off, I can't lock it out now. I have to turn the light on and then long press and now wait. Oh, lockout 1, lockout 2. Now I put it in my pocket. I can go downstairs. And even when I did that, I still found this light was constantly being turned on in my pocket. It's a problem. I want a mechanical lockout on this model because other than that, the design is amazing. I love the shape. I love the size. The beam quality is fantastic. It needs a mechanical lockout. Get away from this electronic lockout stuff. That doesn't work on this model. This is only half fixed. And the reason why I say it's half fixed, the other problem that I had was the light would get locked on either, and it must have been in the strobe, which is a high intensity mode, and it just got so hot that it literally melted the lens and my pocket. I didn't get burned. It was close, but it's a problem, and the flashlight got trashed. So since then, what they've done now on the new version, so now it's locked out. I gotta, hold on, half press, long press. Let me get the light on for you guys. Oh, now it's finally on. So now if I boost this up, so a little half press here, let's go to 1,000 lumens. Well, that's a lot of light. On the original version, this was enough to fully get hot, melt my pocket. It was a problem, but now you'll see a proximity sensor. So it automatically dims the light down and stays dimmed down. So at this point, you can see this is the 65 lumen mode. So it went from 1,000 lumens down to 65. That's not hot enough to melt your pocket. It will warm up, but that's not going to melt your pocket. So when I say Nitecore has half fixed the problem, they did half fix the problem. They made it so it's not going to melt your pocket. But the light is still on in my pocket all the time. And beyond all of this, you want to know what one of the most frustrating things is? Let's just say I know the light is locked out. I know it's locked out. I locked it out. The problem I have is all the time I feel like my pocket's warm. I'm like paranoid at this point. I'm literally paranoid that the light is on in my pocket, heating up. I feel like all the time like my pockets are warm. It's like a reaction. It's like I know there's a ticking time bomb in my pocket at all times. If I had the mechanical lockout, that would do it, because I would have to literally mechanically lock it out, and if I turned it back on, I'd still have to depress the buttons. So to me, a mechanical lockout would be faster, it would be safer, and it would be also potentially ambidextrous, which is nice. So in my opinion, did Nitecore fix the EDC27? Well, there's only one last thing that they did fix the original. the buttons rattled. The new one, they fixed that. They got the proximity sensor. That's cool, but my pocket's still warm, if that means anything and makes sense to you. So again, to the people at Nitecore, trending in the right direction, in my opinion. This would be an absolutely amazing flashlight, with the exception being I still think it has a functional deficiency in terms of the lockout mechanism. And so again, I would like to say thank you very much to the people at Nitecore for providing this for review. And for the rest of you, if you like this content, do me a favor. Take a look at my Outer Limitless 2 channel, which is more on the tactical and firearm side of things. At this point, that channel is growing quickly. I have a ton of videos up there. So if you like what you see here on Outer Limitless, do me a favor and check me out on Outer Limitless 2. So all right, guys, thanks for stopping by. I hope you like what you saw. I hope you found it a little bit informative. If you like what you saw, please like, share, and subscribe. And as always, thanks for stopping by. Take care now. Hold on. I got it. I'll see you soon.